pork green chili, that is. And it's one of those weekends where I decided I'm just going to do all three sides. So we got I'm going to make some tortillas. We got some Southwest corn we're going to do. And I included refried beans in on that. So it'll probably be the base in a bowl. And then the green chili and some cheese. And it'll probably be pretty good. Looking forward to it, as always. I hope everyone has had a good week. It's been an okay week. We've managed to get a couple of steps on some on this year's spring projects. So, at least making some progress. And fortunately, it's not a lot this year. And I'm just going to make it so. Just so I don't have to do again what I did last year, get started on stuff and then I can't just leave it, got to finish it kind of thing. So not going to do that again. Hello to Doug and Shar. Good evening. I hope you folks had a good day and a good week. I'm going to want to know what you had for dinner, but don't tell me now. Let's wait for a little while. Let's wait.
So you got Ronald here?
Hey, Ronald. Happy Saturday.
Awesome weekend.
Awesome. Happy Saturday. Yeah.
Carol's here. Hi, all. What a beautiful day.
Arnold, happy Saturday. Carol, sorry. You need to, I guess, be a little louder. Sorry. Carol, happy Saturday. Right on down the block.
And
Janice. Hi, Janice. How are you? Hope you and Ed are doing well. It's a green chili night and some peach Danish. So obviously I had to start the dough for the Danish ahead of time, but I can finish it on the stream here. So I'm hoping that'll go okay. I've got a few peaches here, a combination of some frozen and a little bit of canned. I totally forgot about checking how many frozen peaches I had left. I mean, because it's way too early in the season to have peaches, fresh ones anyway. And so I reached in the bag, and there was like 3 or 4 little slices of peach left in the bag of peaches. It's like, well, why did I do that? Why didn't I just use them all last time? So anyway, now I got a little bit of both, canned and fresh, and I'm just going to kind of get them chopped up a little bit here. Don't need big pieces for the topping on that Danish. A little bit later, I'm also going to make a sweet thickened cream sauce to go on top of that Danish when it comes out of the oven. So should be really good.
Janice says they're doing well.
Awesome. Glad that you made it. I know that a lot of times you guys are occupied on Saturdays, going to the different events and stuff that you guys do. So yeah, it's pleasant surprise to see you here. Absolutely. All right, that's good enough. Just want to dice them up some. Oops. Here we go with the stack of dishes again.
Lisa's here. Hey, tell me, Mrs. Old Guy, how's things going for you guys?
Lisa, good afternoon. Happy Saturday. Things are going well. I was just saying a minute ago that we have got the first few steps towards the biggest of the spring projects started over this last week, and I'm hoping that this week coming that we can start actually getting some real work done. So I've got a little bit of sugar and just a tad bit of water. I might add a little more, and I'm going to put just a pinch, just a little pinch of cinnamon in there. And a splash of lemon juice.
John's here.
Who?
John.
Sean?
John.
John. Hey, John. Happy Saturday. Welcome, welcome. Okay, I'm going to get this just enough liquid to where it's going to swirl around and make a little bit of juice for me.
He's the same Mr. Old Guy. Love you all forever.
Yeah. I love you too, man, but you're not getting my Bud Light, if anybody remembers those commercials. All right. A couple of these things just out of the way.
Posted a link to Janice's channel. Check her out.
Yes, please. Y'all, if you haven't subscribed, do so. Janice puts out more content than I can even dream of doing.
Yep, busy people they are.
They are. Lots and lots of videos. So.
Eli's here. Hello, OG Army.
Well, hello there, Eli. I'm just getting the peach topping for the peach. Come on, help me. Danish. For the peach Danish that, as it turned out, you requested, but got voted in. So it was tied most of the week between the frozen custard and the peach Danish. So.
Lisa says, well, I hope things go good for you.
I think they will.
You're welcome, Janice. So thanks for posting the link.
Absolutely.
John says that he was in jail yesterday for a DWI.
Well, John, that wasn't the smartest of choices to make.
No?
Hopefully you don't do it again. I mean, not only for your sake, but for somebody else on the road that you might injure or kill. Alright, we're going to let this just kind of boil for a second. It's not quite too boiling, but I want those peaches to cook just a little bit. I want to make sure they're reasonably soft. And I'm going to blowtorch some peppers here in just a second. Just want to get this going so that it is ready to rock when I come time to put these together. They'll come out as soon as I get the green chili cooking. I'll be bringing out the dough for the Danish.
Yeah, that should be good.
Yep. So I need to make this ahead of time just a little bit, just so we've got enough time to let it cool down a tad. Get to wait now. Come on. Had to add that extra water. Had to wait. Really, I hope everybody had a good week. Finally, we're starting to get some warm days, sunny days, less clouds, less rain. The last 3 weeks, it's just been pretty much cloudy and rainy every day. So it's nice to kind of get some spring type weather where, you know, the evenings are still a little chilly and the days are, you know, just warm, like 75 or so degrees. You know, it's a good time of year to get out and do these kind of projects before it gets to like June and July.
It's really hot.
Yeah. Chop that up. That looks good. Got just a little bit of cornstarch slurry. Water and cornstarch. Alright. Get that thickened up. Want to make sure it's really good and thick. I ruined some Danish a couple of times by the topping not being thick enough to withstand the heat from the bake and just run all over the place. And it's like, oh, got to make sure it's pretty thick stuff. Well, that looks delicious. Smells good. Well, we're off to a good start. Oh, yeah. Let me get this just over here cooling out of my way. And I'll be right back. All right. Need to have a lighter to spark this here torch. I just hope that I have enough gas. Been using this thing for a while now. Hasn't let me down yet. But when you're just doing a few peppers like I'm doing here, just doing it with a blowtorch, just I don't know, it just seems easier and quicker. Rather than like in the oven under the broiler or something like that. Just torch the crap out of it.
John said June 4th is his birthday and he'll be turning 45 years old.
Well, happy 45th birthday. June 5th? Is that what you said, June 5th? 4th. All right. Well, that's awesome. I know it's a little early, but happy birthday nonetheless.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna keep my eye on what I'm doing here, guys. I really don't want to burn myself. These torches are a little hot. It doesn't take long though to do a pepper, so.
Eli says I'll be jumping in and out, making some bacon mac and cheese topped with crispy hash browns.
Oh, that sounds good. Bacon mac. Yum. Oh. And you guys know what I'm having. How about you folks? What are you having for your dinner tonight or next meal?
Hello. Hi, how are you? Okay.
A little too close. All right. This glass stovetop makes it convenient to do things like this. I guess any enameled stovetop would work, but let me just torch it real good here. What's going on there, Mrs. Little Guy?
Oh, Joe, call him, say hi.
Oh, okay. We'll call him back. All right, one down. It's gonna take a couple minutes to do these. That's all right. Does smell good though. These are just some Anaheim chilies, by the way.
John says I'm having fried chicken and mashed potatoes and gravy and homemade yeast rolls for dinner.
That sounds good.
Ralph is here.
Hey, Ralph.
Sorry I'm late. Thought I was putting my alarm on snooze, but accidentally turned it off and went back to sleep. I guess if you run out of gas, then the dogs could help, or then the dogs could help supply.
Hey. I'm not so sure that there wouldn't be an aftertaste. And I hope it doesn't run out.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a chance of it, I suppose. Been using this same tank of gas for various things for about 9 years.
Yeah.
And I've used it more the last year than I have ever, so.
Eli says I might have an oh no with this mac and cheese.
Oh, well,
That's not good.
yeah, sorry to hear that.
Janet says, what did you do?
Yeah, what did you do now? Leave it unattended a little too long? Overcook the pasta? Burn the bacon? Oh, that'd be such a crying shame. A little bit less torching than I would maybe do, but that's okay to move things along and to make sure that I get these done. Huh?
Ralph wants to know if you can get those little vials with a gauge.
Who? Ralph?
Yeah,
Uh,
to tell you how much gas is in
I don't know. I've never really looked for them. I know I just grabbed the ones that are the least expensive. So I think they make some ones that cost a little more that'll have a little gauge on it.
it. John asked Eli, did you burn the pasta?
Come on. Can you guys hear that? Hear that crackling? Let's get this. This is the slowest part of it, is doing this, so shouldn't take long. I've already got 2 out of the 5. I'm halfway done just about with this one, so I guess the time spent isn't too bad. Alright. Lots of hummingbirds this year. I mean, when it gets to be nightfall, we probably get 100 of them or more out here. Just going through the sugar water.
Yeah.
We're up to a little over 12 cups a day.
Yeah.
So
Pretty much. Janice says yes, we can hear the crackling.
got some.
John said tomorrow he'll be making barbecue spaghetti.
That was good.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was a request from Johnny Small Pepper. Never had barbecue spaghetti. It's actually pretty darn good.
Eli said mac and cheese to me is what pineapple upside down cake is to OG.
What did you do?
Janice said that you should make a shirt of the hummingbird.
What? I should what?
Make a short with the hummingbird.
I will. I will. I'll see if I can get one tonight. Or this evening, I guess. Just before sun goes down, about 20 minutes
Yep.
before the sun goes down, they start swarming the feeders. And they'll stay at it until it's mostly dark, and then they
Yep.
head out to wherever they perch for the night. But another few weeks and we'll start seeing the rufous hummingbirds, another species, and they're a little more aggressive. They chase away the other hummingbirds. They kind of get territorial over the feeders. But by the time they chase one off, there's 3 more down there eating off of it. So everybody still gets their share.
Yeah. Carol said it's on your Facebook.
Yes,
It is.
it is. Janice, if you wanted to look, I think I'm tagged into it. But, yeah, we got 5 or 6 feeders out there, and between them, They get pretty busy.
Yep.
Down to one more after this. I think I might make it on the fuel. Woohoo! Crackle, crackle. So, more than just doing this, after I get them into the plastic bag, I'll toss them into the microwave for a minute, maybe a little bit more, just to get that heat going so they sweat real good. All right, last one.
Steve's here.
Hey, Steve.
Hope all is well.
We're doing very well. I hope all is well with you. Yes, yes, yes. So come on, who else is having what for dinner? I know that we got a chicken fried steak out there, and we got some burnt macaroni and cheese. What else? Come on, what are you guys having? That's why we can't have nice things, Eli.
Request from John.
Oh, what's that?
Enchilada casserole.
Enchilada casserole. Okay. Torch it up. Okay, this is kind of the boring part. Sorry.
Ralph said, love seeing the hummingbird video that your secretary uploaded. We have lots of chewy birds at the moment. EUI? I guess it's
Yeah, I'll have to look to see what kind they are. Not familiar with that. That kind of bird.
He's having potato soup and meatloaf.
Potato soup with meatloaf?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds really good.
Doing good.
Yes, it does.
Carol said, and the Orioles and the Changers are mine. Yeah, you got a lot down here too, Carol.
Yep, lots of Orioles and Tangers. And they're kind of new over the last few years. We've been up here now going on 11 years. And, or 12 actually.
Yeah, going on 12.
You know, we didn't see them the first few years we were up here.
No?
So. I think word got through the bird community that we have good bird water, and you know that our house is the one to go to. All right, let's get this into the microwave. Put more than just 3 seconds on here.
John said, Tom and Mrs. Old Guy, you're awesome. Forever my family.
Thank you, dude. You're awesome too. All right, let's get a little bit of red pepper cut up. This is going to go in the corn. Just kind of get this veg prep out of the way here.
Said Val isn't having a stream tomorrow, so I gave him the old casket lowering let down from last night.
Yeah, that's funny.
That is funny.
Yes, yes, son. Disappointment comes to us all. Funny stuff. All right. Throw these on there. Throw some of this green bell pepper into that mix as well. Rest will go into the chili. All right, just kind of get that out of the way without dicing up my fingers. Wouldn't be pleasant.
No.
I've done it before. In fact, there was a good one that I did. Boy, it's probably been 8 years ago now. I was building our barbecue or our smoker out back. It was just brick, and got it all finished after a month of hassling with it. And we were going to cook on it the first time. I had some cherry wood, and I wanted to bust some of it down for kindling. And so I'm holding it, and then chop, and I kind of break it down. Got this little axe, And Mrs. Old Guys jinxed me. Be careful. Next whack, I chopped my thumb.
Yep.
Pretty good. I had to get 5 or 6 stitches.
Yep.
Yeah, so that, it took a while to get dinner cooked that night. But I'm going to tell you guys what kind of axe it was that did it. Are you ready? It was a hand axe. Ah! Okay.
Ralph, you can call me whatever you would like. You could call me his secretary. You could call me as Mrs. OG. You could call me by my name. It don't really matter.
All right. Okay, you heard her. Got just a couple of quarts of water. And some of this will reduce down.
Joshua, sir.
Hey, Josh. Happy Saturday. Hope things are going good. I'm just now getting some chili going. Dice up these jalapenos. They're going to go in. I got some serranos here as well. Because this is a small batch, don't have a lot of anything. Although I will have to say that this is by far the smallest batch of green chili that I've attempted to make.
Yeah.
I've made some half size compared to what I was used to. But yeah, not one that's just this, takes this few veggies. So we'll see how well I think it turns out. Sure, it'll be fine. Just getting the ratio right.
Yep.
Alright, so there's some jalapenos and serranos. We'll get those in the water. Got some tomatillos. I'm only going to put in 4. I weighed this out. It wasn't quite it was a little bit over a half a pound. So not a lot. Whoop.
That's cool, Ralph.
What's that?
It says okay, cool. Just didn't know if you had a preference for here.
As far as what? Oh, for...
What he calls me.
Yeah, okay. Alright, get a couple more of these peeled. Sometime will come off, I don't know. There we go. Notice if you peel a whole bunch of these, your fingers get really sticky.
Yeah.
I know this from some of the larger batches of green chili I've made, where I'm using 3 or 4 pounds of these tomatillos. Good, good. Let's pull these chilies out. They can sit here for a bit. Alright, just get these cut in half at least. We can go into the water. Actually turned it on. Woohoo! Okay, get the rest of this green bell pepper in there.
John said, okay, for dessert, Tom, Oreo ice cream cake.
Oreo ice cream cake? That sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh, did you write out the new request?
Yeah, it's laying right there by that bowl.
Okay. Let me get it in the basket. Bang. All right. And we'll get a little bit of onion. I'm going to dice some up for the corn as well. Getting there, getting there. I've used this recipe for a long time. As far as the ingredients that I put it together with. The only thing that ever varies is just the amount that I make. Kind of fun actually to make a tiny batch.
I got that wrote down, John.
Come on. There we go. Gonna be difficult, are you? All right. Well, I got something for you. There. That'll teach you. Get a kind of a fine dice. Get these in here.
John wants to know what's the best way to cook eggplant.
I suggest using coconut oil. It makes it easier to slide it off into the trash. I don't. I'm not at all a fan of eggplant. I've eaten it and I've made it, but I don't like it that much. Like the eggplant parmesan, I think I did on the stream. I'm just not a fan of at least these eggplants.
So I guess you don't know, John, what's the best way to cook it.
Yep. Guess the best way to cook is how you like it. All right. A little bit of garlic. I was a little miffed the other day. Miffed? Is that a word? Miffed? It is now. Bought a clove of garlic at the store, and I guess I didn't pay any attention to it whatsoever, because the next day when I went to use it, it had sprouts about that long growing out of it. So most of it was garbage. It was a little aggravating. All right, a little bit more garlic. There ain't no big ones on this. Just a bulb full of little ones. Let go of it. Okay. Bunch of little cloves on this one. Okay, I guess that'll do. It's gonna start smelling like food in here pretty quick.
Yum.
Get these crushed.
That'll be good. Already smells like food.
What's that?
It already smells like food.
It does. It's funny how it does that. That when you start to cook it, food starts smelling like food. Sometimes before that.
Wonder if that's Mister I hear over there.
It might be. Pretty deep bark for the little dogs directly across the street. One of Polly's puppies lives just like maybe 3 houses away from us.
Just across the street.
Well, I guess it's pulling hairs or whatever, it's splitting hairs, but it's technically not a street, it's a highway.
Right, yeah, yes.
But it is not much wider than a regular residential street. So.
Yeah.
What do you call it? If you're driving by, I guess it's a highway. If you're sitting here, it's a street. I don't know. Does it matter what you're doing? Is that what makes the difference?
Ralph says he was walking Bobby and Amron the other day on Thursday, and then some idiot started purposely revving the sports through town. Bobby freaked out, and I almost fell down the stairs and accidentally dropped both leads. That's unfortunate.
Wow. Yep. Well, I'm glad you didn't get hurt, and I'm glad the dogs are okay.
Yeah.
That's never a good thing. Let's get this chili.
Eli says, I think I'll just buy mac and cheese moving forward.
Eli, you never did tell me though. What did you do? What was the big oh no? You're not filling me in. You're leaving me to just kind of make things up.
Ralph said, luckily both dogs came back to me. I ended up with a bruise on my arm, which is still sore, and poor Bobby was too worried to even take a treat from my hand for the first 30 minutes. She's a Labrador.
All right. That's good so far.
Good that they came back to you.
We'll see. That's enough or not. We will see. Close enough. As long as I get the majority of that skin off of here, I'm a happy camper. Oh yeah. That's cleaning up pretty nicely. Oh yeah. Turn that down just a tad. I'd rather not have it boil over. Just makes a mess when it does.
Carol said labs are so sweet. They are sweet dogs.
I think all dogs are cool dogs. The only thing that makes a difference really is the owner.
Yep, on how they're raised.
Yep.
Steve says, was the asparagus good?
It was really good.
It was delicious.
It was. And I also learned something about picking wild asparagus that I wasn't aware of. That the way to properly get it is not to snap it off. You should go just under the ground where that one particular stalk is, and you cut it off under the ground, underground level. That it doesn't damage the plant that way. I guess doing it the other way can actually kill that plant. So good to know.
Yep.
For future years. There's just a very short window where when it growing wild that you can get it. Just a couple of weeks, the first part of May.
Yep. Lots of people looks for it. So.
Oh yeah, if you have a spot, it's about 20 other people's spot too. It's just a matter of who gets there first. There's been a couple of years we've looked and zero luck. I guess that's the way it is when you're foraging for wild stuff. Get these skins off of here. Close enough.
Who's out there, Polly?
Crazy dogs.
Yep, better go see Chum.
All right. A couple more of these to scrape down. Get them chopped up Add it into the mix there. Just about there. This chili recipe, I try to keep it as simple as possible as far as like not much other than just the vegetables. I don't use any dry spices or anything like that. Just chilies, onions, and peppers. Yes. Okay, let's get this poblano cut. Scrape, 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 scrape. Come on now. Doing pretty good. I guess that'll work. All right. Let's start with this poblano. Get the seeds out of it, and I'm going to put just part of that into the mix for the corn. Get that kind of diced up here. What was that? Where is it? Okay. Not a lot. I want most of this in the chili. Jordan, hey man, how's it going?
Good afternoon, everyone.
Jordan, yes, sorry. Jordan, how are you? How is Stanley? I hope he is doing well. Okay. Cut the tops off, just shake out the seeds. So far, so good. Once I get it all in the pot, it won't take long for it to finish up. Woo! Might have a little bit of heat to it. That's a good thing. All right. Just going to give these a quick. Shot.
Carol said we call magpies diaper birds.
Diaper birds?
Yeah. I've often told Carol that both dogs are real sweeties. Bobby's a bit of a pain sometimes, though. She's still young and full on. And he goes, yeah, be careful with her as she'll eat anything people leave around, even food.
Yeah, well, that's not good. Especially that there's people that leave poo around.
Really? Peter Griffin's here?
Peter Griffin! Happy Sunday. Right? Sunday for you? Or is it still late Saturday night? Like 10 p.m. now? 11 p.m.? There in the UK? Welcome, welcome. We are making green chili. I've got Anaheim chilies, poblanos, serranos, jalapeno, bell pepper, onion, garlic. Delicious.
Yes.
All right. It's cooking.
Can't wait.
Yep, it's going to be good. Do I want to leave this out? I do for a minute. All right. Let me get that table kind of wiped off. Do. Brother Doug, I'm surprised you haven't called me yet. Come on. I need to know what you and Shar had for dinner. I must know, or I guess maybe you might not have had your dinner yet.
Probably not.
Because I forget that it's early now. All right.
Eli said, note to self, cast iron from the oven is hot.
Yeah. Woo. Yeah, it might burn you. There's a chance of that. Okay. Now, let's play with a little bit of gosh. That chili's gonna have a little spice to it. I can smell it. Okay. Let's roll out this dough. There is a video that I've done for making these Danishes. Miss Olga, can you find that? And maybe,
Maybe.
oh, we'll wait till after Doug.
Hello.
All right. So,
How are you?
the dough.
Good.
This is a lot like puff pastry. It's been folded and rolled 3 or 4 times.
I'll tell him.
Now I want to just roll it out to a 12 by 12 square. It's just the right thickness to get 9 really nice Danish. So I've decided to use this mat just because it has the
You need to make that steak right.
the markings on it. Boy, I am not here. Where am I? Lost at the bakery. Okay.
Nothing wrong with that.
So I got to get this out, like I said, to a 12 by 12. And I do have just about there.
Yeah, it's getting that way for us too. A lot of times we share stuff when we go.
All right. We are like rocking here. Rolled out very nicely. Sometimes it wants to be a bit springy.
Yeah, he thought about that after he said that.
After I said what?
That it was early.
Yes. Still, yeah.
Okay.
It ain't dinner hour yet.
Yep, have a good night. Bye. They're having grilled steak, broccoli and cheese with cauliflower, or broccoli and cauliflower with cheese, potato, and probably piece of homemade cheese later or something.
Nice. That sounds delicious. That looks about right. Let's see here what the old measurement says. 12. Yeah, close enough.
Greg's here. Good morning from Sunday. Man in the future checking in.
Man of the future. Welcome, welcome. That's my second future, guys. You must have known you were going to be here because you're in the future. Sorry about that confused look. Oh. Well,
Steve said, what you're having sounds great. Gotta love dishes with a variety of peppers.
oh yeah. A variety is what you get too. I was looking for some parchment paper, but I forgot I ran out.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just gonna have to use a little spray. I don't normally like to use it, but I keep it in just in case of an emergency.
So Eli said I can make cheese sauce just fine, but when it comes to mac and cheese, it's either wall paste or soup.
Well, I'm sorry, man. All right, so now I got to get these kind of 4, 8, and 12.
Peter wants to know how the dogs are.
They are doing very well. They are indeed. Let's see, 4, 8. And we'll do it on these sides. This recipe makes 9 Danish. 4 and let me do that again. 4 and 8. That one's an odd cut. Oops. And 4 and 8. I'll just keep cut it down and cut these into some squares. Very good. I'm happy with that. Let me just check that, make sure it's not going to boil over on me. Forgetting one little thing. Nothing major. But I do need an egg. Do need the egg. Kind of forgot about this part. Oh no. I'm damaging my reputation now.
Uh-oh.
Let's get this egg mixed up here.
John said that he recommended lobster mac and cheese. He was telling me like that.
Lobster mac and cheese, yeah. Yeah, well, as good as that sounds, I'm not likely to buy any lobster. Seafood's kind of pricey here. Alright, so I'm just going to get a little bit of this egg wash on the corners. Fold that over. Alright.
Peter
Just
wants
keep
to
right on
know,
going here.
ever going to collab cooking with Val again?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We will. In fact, we've been talking about a couple of things here lately, so hopefully it won't take us too long to find a time that works for the both of us. Mostly for him.
Yeah, he's pretty busy.
He works and he's got his, other things that he does with his channel. Me, yeah, I'm retired. I just, I kind of do what I do, so I'm a little more flexible than Val, so I just kind of let it roll on his terms. When he's ready, then we'll do it. Okay, we are
Carol
getting.
said that she cracks her eggs Greg style now.
Does she? Yeah, I don't.
Eli says, I hear Colorado has some good mountain lobster.
Mountain lobster, huh? Well, crawdads maybe, or crawfish, but I'm not going to find much in the way of
Lobster.
Rocky Mountain lobster. Rocky Mountain lobster.
John says, how about enchilada mac and cheese?
I don't know. If that's a request, we'll put it down, and I'll have to figure it out when the time comes. Okay. And this will just kind of sit and do its thing while the rest of dinner cooks and everything else. It's already on a baking sheet. Don't pull it off of there. What am I thinking? All right, so far so good. Like I said, if you want to watch my video on this, you know, just the dough itself is, I guess, the important part. The toppings are, you can go anywhere with that.
I said the Rocky Mountain lobsters usually hang out up in the Coors Light trees.
Coors Light trees, yeah. Poor things.
Ralph said, do you guys have many health star ratings on food over there? The bread we buy gets 4 out of 5 stars.
The only thing around here, or, you know, is that gets stars are fancy restaurants. There's no, like...
Or hotels, maybe.
Yeah, or hotels, yeah. There's not going to be any, like, packaged ingredients or ready, you know, prepared food that's going to have any kind of, like, the government says it's this good kind of thing.
Yeah.
Not at all. Not even close.
Peter says, what's the craziest, weirdest thing that you have ever eaten?
Well, it wasn't too crazy or weird. I just didn't like it. I guess that's what I'm going to have to go with is the miso chicken. I really didn't like it. And I would be willing to try it again, but from the hands of somebody that knows that cuisine a little bit more than I do, because it may have just been the fact that I used too much, or I didn't, you know, or the ingredients that I put with it wasn't correct, or whatever, but I thought it was absolutely disgusting. And as a matter of fact, after that live stream, we packed up and went down to town, and I think we ended up getting a pizza at the gas station.
I think so. What about your 2020 burrito? That was weird.
Yeah, the 2020, but I didn't actually eat that.
Yeah.
I did make it. I did a parody of Val's channel called Iffy Food, and I made the 2020 burrito, and that was pretty disgusting. It was a Twinkie liver, whipped cream, sauerkraut, sardine burrito, and it was sardines and Louisiana hot sauce. A burrito, right? That covered with pureed peas and freshly peeled lemon chunks. It was not a good. It just wasn't a good burrito, and I don't recommend anybody eat it ever.
Ralph said, "Oh, okay. Quite a few products here have the star rating on the packaging."
Yeah. No such animal here. All right. So there's that peach filling. Now just that dab of filling in the middle of every one of these. I'm going to put a little bit on each one, and then I'll go back through and add a little more. Just try to get this divvied up kind of equally here. So, thanks for the request there, Eli. I haven't made Danish for a while.
No.
And I guess thanks to those who voted for it. Come on. What?
Eli says anchovy stuffed pizza crust. Stuffed crust pizza. Anchovy stuffed crust pizza.
Yeah. Why would you do that? You trying to hurt somebody, or you don't want them coming to your house again, or what? Somebody served me pizza with stuffed crust, anchovy stuffed crust. I'd probably never speak to them again. People say that pineapple shouldn't be on pizza. That's 100% wrong. Fish should never go on pizza.
I agree. Lisa says, I'm sorry I'm back. I had to take care of my mom, so I'm back.
Oh, that's okay. Family's always first. Always first. Okay, that looks fairly even.
Carol said the oyster was funny.
Oh, yeah. My 1,000th sub stream eating the oyster with Vienna sausage, blue cheese dressing, and chocolate sauce? You were not going to find that at a restaurant in New York. All right. That's good to go. I just need to set these aside. Let's not drop them on the floor.
Yep, Carol, you and Lisa are awesome for taking care of your moms.
Woo!
Let's take
Dang, that one snuck up on me. Alright, let's get some flour off the table. Rolling pin can just get stuck back in its dusty corner. Alright, so far, I think we're going alright. Let's get the mixed for the tortillas going real quick.
Ralph said, bless you.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Alright. Just going to make a small little, excuse me, small little batch here of these tortillas.
Janice said, bless you.
Thank you. Jeez. I've been sneezing a lot this spring. I think there's a lot of tree pollen in the air.
Yeah, there has been.
Cottonwood trees are my, I guess, are my kryptonite. They really, when they start sprouting their little cotton stuff, it really gets me. I didn't know I was allergic to it until I got to Germany, and on my base there was almost nothing but cottonwood trees, and they put off so much of that cotton stuff that it would pile up like snowdrifts in the corners of yards and steps and crap like that. So it was hard to get away from. My eyes swelled shut at one point. That wasn't very fun.
No.
Okay, half a teaspoon of baking powder. Bang.
Ralph said, oops, it says online, not meant to say thank you when someone says bless you, as it kills a fairy each time.
Kills a fairy each time?
Yep.
Well, whatever. Guess I've killed a bunch then. I mean, not just a couple, a bunch of them. I mean, there's probably a huge, massive graveyard of dead fairies just from me. So, a little bit late to telling me now.
Ralph says that's 2 fairies down so far.
Yeah, well, I mean, and plus the hundreds and hundreds of others that, have came and gone at my whim, I guess. Feel sorry for the little things now. Have some little fairy services. Somebody come out and play a little fairy organ. Somebody have a little fairy sermon. Alright, maybe not. So let's put in a couple tablespoons of good old-fashioned lard. Come on. Just want a couple tablespoons. There we go.
was really sweet of you, Carol. She told Lisa if she ever needs to vent, get her phone number from us.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I just got that here because I don't want to forget it here in a minute. Half a cup of hot water. I guess hot tap water will have to be good enough. Oh, boy, that's good. Half a cup right on the dot. All right. I'm just going to do this with my hands just so I have reason to go wash them again. I'm having a hard time facing the camera.
Ralph says it also says that you need to clap 3 times so they don't die.
It does? I'm not doing it. I don't care how many times they say I need to clap. I mean, especially if there's a specific amount. I'd be lucky if I remembered to even clap once, let alone 3 or 4 or however many. Looking good so far. A little bit soft. It's okay. Add a little more flour. What did I forget? I put my baking powder in there, did I not? I believe I did.
I believe you did. Greg, everyone was telling Greg welcome back because he just got back, and he says, sorry, I had to feed the silly cockies. I won't shut up if I don't.
Whew. Well, welcome back. Alright. It's looking good. Still a little bit on the soft side. Should be alright though. Let that sit for a few minutes.
Carol said that she clapped 6 for you.
Oh, well.
And Ralph told her thanks for saving the fairies.
Well, now I feel like I'm in her debt. And I didn't ask to be. So, Tari, at your own risk there. Okay. Get this out of the way. Pull out the old immersion blender. It's time to puree up some of these veg. I'll probably leave it just a little bit chunky.
Carol said real fairies are great.
Real fairies are great? Well, according to Ozzy Osbourne, fairies wear boots.
Eli said miso chicken pizza.
Ugh. I don't think so. At least no time soon. Get that rinsed off here really quick. All right. Got some couple 4-ounce little chops here, boneless pork chops. Get these diced up. throw them into the chili. Oh yeah. Should be good.
Yep. That will be. It always is.
All right. Very good. Now we just need to let that simmer for a few minutes. Boy, that is some green chili. And I'm serious, it almost looks almost neon sort of green. All right. This is going to be in the chili. The only seasoning I add, other than salt, is some vinegar, just to give it a little bit of kick, and it helps cut down on some of the acidity. I want to put that in the drawer. I just want to put it there. What am I thinking?
Eli said the problem with the miso chicken was that you forgot the raw oysters.
Oh. Is that what it was? Well, no wonder, huh?
Yeah. See how you are?
See how I are. Very good.
Ralph says, Eli, don't want to kill him, though.
No, don't want to kill me. I'll let that chili kind of do its thing there for a minute, then I'm going to move it into a back burner and pull forward the pan for cooking up this here corn. Now get it started while this finishes off. I have to make a little cornstarch slurry to thicken the chili, but things are going pretty good. So,
Yeah. But it will be good.
Yep. Still got to grate some cheese. That's okay. That don't take long.
Only an hour.
Only an hour. I don't even have an hour. But that's okay. None of this is going to take very long. Just takes a few minutes for those little bitty chunks of pork to cook through.
Yep.
All right. So let's slide this back here. We'll get a little bit of oil in this pan. Guess I'm done with this. I can put it away. Wow, that chili's going to have some kick to it.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of getting my throat too a little bit.
Yep, I can tell you already.
Yep.
All right, let's get this corn in there, huh? Almost more other stuff than there is corn. Okay, let's fix it. Okay, we're gonna let that do its thing for a minute. I'm still trying to remember why I pulled this bowl out. I don't think I need it. I think I overbowled.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Remember that, folks, when you're cooking at home and you're going to do a live stream, don't overbowl. And remember your arm participation. It's important. All right, I'm going to throw a little bit of salt on those. A little bit.
Johnny Small Pepper's here?
Johnny! Mr. Small Pepper, how are you, sir? We have got some Danish, peach Danish, kind of on the rise over here. They'll be going in the oven directly. We got our green chili simmering here. And I'm just now getting the southwestern corn kind of started up. Hope all is well with you.
He says, they unfollowed you, old guy. I was not subscribed.
Well, I wonder how that happened. Well, welcome back. Geez, I don't know why they unsubscribed.
Yeah, that's weird.
I have no idea. But, well, welcome back. You know, and, geez, I didn't know you were gone.
Says, doing well. Hope you and Mrs. are okay. Or you, Mrs. and chat are doing great.
And we are. And I hope to speak for those in chat as well. Something that you may not have heard, Johnny, is obviously this is a new stream time. 3 hours earlier start time than I was before. And I've got some new content in mind coming up pretty quickly. About the middle of next month, I plan to be able to get started on some filming and then actually putting new content out sometime the first week of July, I'm hoping. We'll see how well it goes. Maybe this second week of July.
So Peter wants to know what your tattoos are, and is there any special meaning?
Special meaning, not in particular, other than I got especially drunk over the weekend that I had this done, because this was a Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and this was Monday afternoon. So they don't mean any real significance other than to anybody other than me, I guess. The dragon head here, if you've ever seen a Bruce Lee poster with he's got the Chinese dragon behind him, that's the head from that dragon. This is an eagle, that kind of self-explanatory. Got a snake here and a bobcat here. I don't know. I guess they meant something to me at one point, but
Johnny said that he came here today and had to wait 5 minutes to say hi.
Because you
'Cause you
were
got it on
unsubscribed.
slow.
Yeah. What? Because I had it on slow?
Yeah, you have it on slow.
Because normally I just if you had to wait 5 minutes to subscribe or to chat, that's what I've got set for. If you're not subscribed, you got to wait 5 minutes after you subscribe.
Okay.
So that's really odd why they would do that. But I'm glad you're back.
He says, nice to hear old guy excited.
It's fun to be excited, and I'm looking forward to doing the new content. I have some doctor's orders that I kind of need to follow, so I'm trying to incorporate that into an activity that I can use for content. So, boy, these chilies, I'm just going to have to give that a taste.
Johnny says, a lot of drunk for 4 days in a row.
No kidding.
And Greg says, wow, that was a big weekend, y'all.
It's got a little bit of kick to it. Not much. I mean, I only put in those 4 serranos, the 1 jalapeno, and the poblano. So it's got a little bit of heat to it. Not much. And it could have used a few more green chilies, a few more Anaheims, like maybe 1 or 2 more, and 1 or 2 less tomatillos. Yeah, but I'm not I've never made a batch of green chili this small before, so I'm not. The flavor is fine. I'm not disappointed with it. Well, that veg is starting to smell kind of good. Let's get a squirt of lime juice on it.
Lisa says, my birthday is coming up the 28th of May.
Wow! Happy birthday!
Yep, happy birthday.
That's our anniversary weekend.
It is.
29th.
Her birthday's the day before.
Cool. Yeah. 28th does come day before the 29th, doesn't it? A little bit of chili powder. Not a lot.
You said, how about a crispy pork carnitas dinner?
Crispy pork carnitas. You'll write it down and I'll put it in the basket. It could get drawn today. Who knows? And that's the thing I started doing. For those of you that maybe do not know, every time we get a dinner request now, it immediately gets put into the basket so that it doesn't get forgot, and everybody has a chance at their request pretty much right away. So.
Natalie's here.
Hey, Natalie. Happy Saturday. Are you on break?
Yep, she said stay quick on break. She'll catch you on the replay.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you were able to stop by. I know that my schedule change may have, changed the way you were able to view, but I still appreciate you coming in. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, this chili, we are just about ready, I think, to thicken it up. The veg is looking good. I'll turn that off. Make a little cornstarch slurry. Thicken that green chili. After I thicken it up, I will add the final ingredient, the vinegar.
Yoda Papa's vintage card soup.
Hey, Yoda, welcome, welcome. You're just in time. We're about ready to serve up some dinner.
Natalie says, what generation is Forrest Gump from?
Yikes. Ouch. I don't know.
Gen A. Jenny.
A little bit more. Wasn't quite thick enough. Well, it's going to need a little more water than that. All right. Okay. Throw this back on the heat.
Yoda said that I smelled what you're cooking.
It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me. This is some good food right here. All right. Well, by golly, Mrs. Old Guy, I think we're about ready to have some food.
Yay.
Let me get these Danish brushed. A little bit of egg yolk, egg white, egg on here, just on the outside edge.
Yoda says, how do you spell candy with 2 letters?
I don't know.
And Arnold's here. Better late than never. Howdy, family.
Arnold? Hello, hello. Well, your green chili is cooking away. You missed all the fun putting it together, and Eli messing up his bacon mac and cheese.
Yep. And he had no.
Yep, he had an oh no moment. Hey, I'm not laughing at him, I'm laughing with him.
So, C and Y. LOL. Yoda said.
C and Y. Uh-huh.
How do you spell
All right.
Arnold said I could smell it here at Denver.
Let's get these in. These don't take terribly long. We're going to set this for 11 minutes. Okay, start. That was 10. That's okay. All right.
Hi to Andrea as well.
Yes, hi Andrea. Let me get a little bit of cheese grated up here because I'm really going to want some, I think, on top of my chili. Just some regular sharp cheddar. Don't need the extra flour. It's going to be good. All right. Good to go there. Throw it back into the bag, back into the fridge. And I can start building us some dinner bowls. Sound all right to you? Mrs. Old Guy? Uh-oh. She disappeared. Where did you go, Mrs. Old Guy? She vanished. I have no idea where she just took off to, so I'm all on my own, guys, and I can't see what you're saying. Where'd you go?
Sorry. I'm back.
Well, okay. All right. Here's the corn. Let's make a couple of bowls here.
You said it smells good down here, down there in Florida.
I bet it does. All right. These refries got a little bit cold, so I'm just gonna warm it back up in the microwave real quick, like.
They said Wild Man is up at Tim's house, isn't he?
Ah, he is he? Are they doing some recording tonight? Some videoing? Video filming? Just give them beans a little bit of that heat back.
Eli says, legend has it that when someone makes an anchovy pizza, a wild OG appears and shakes his belly at you.
That's just about right. Okay, let's give you guys a look. Pork green chili with a little cheese on there. Got some refries on the bottom. Does that look good?
Looks good.
Okay, there you go.
Did you fry
And-
tortillas?
Oh, I forgot. No, that's all right. Just hold it on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No,
They'll,
you didn't show them the corn, but
no, I will. I forgot my tortillas. What am I thinking? Guess I wasn't thinking. That's part of the problem. That's okay. I'm just gonna roll them out up here so I don't have to get stuff all over the table again. Well, that's a little embarrassing. I didn't want to forget the tortillas.
Greg says, looks good. Arnold says he's drooling.
Let's do this again. Okay. Let's make you a tortilla real quick here. Oops.
Grace says now we get to see Tom go Gordon Ramsay on those torts.
Go Gordon Ramsay. I don't have anybody to yell at to go Gordon Ramsay. Other than that myself, and that's no fun. Good enough there. It's gonna work. So far, so good.
Yeah. Arnold says, y'all know if I was there, he'd be yelling at me.
I wouldn't necessarily be yelling. I mean, it would be the first time I've seen you in a long, long time, so I don't think I would be yelling at you. I might give you some dirty looks, but I wouldn't yell.
Ralph says, I wonder if you could use a giant uncooked tortilla as a hot air balloon.
Maybe for a little while you might be able to. Whew. There you go.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay, now while that's cooking, let me see your corn so I can show them. Okay, and the corn. Doesn't that look delicious?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. Come on. That'll have to do. Let's get these warmed up a touch. Don't wait on me.
Girl's like, wow.
Okay. Now, tortilla's done. Beans are kind of warmed up. Couple of scoops of green chili. A little bit of cheese. Outstanding.
Jesus says it looks good.
Get my chair over here. I didn't get it moved to its proper spot earlier. Okay. Are we good?
Okay.
Give it a taste. How is it? Definitely hot.
Yeah.
Needs salt, and I forgot to put my vinegar in it. Oh well.
Still good.
It's one of those. Yeah, it tastes great. Just one of those nights where I'm not going to remember everything that I should, I guess. Wasn't such a hurry to be done that I just kind of forgot about it. Oh well. It still tastes good. So.
Greg says lovely, and Eli says I don't need coffee in the morning. I just need a mug of chili.
Mug of chili.
See that salt?
Mm-hmm. Pretty good.
It is real good. We're making a first time making
Yep, and forgetting to put. Oh, these are a thing of beauty. All right, I'll give you guys a peek at these before they go outside to cool down. Look at that. Those are some beautiful Danish. Okay, you want the other one? Okey-doke. Outstanding. Those will cool down for just a short while that we'll eat dinner. Then I'm going to make a little bit of thickened cream sauce, put on top. Yum. That's really good.
It'll cool down. It's not very cold out there.
No, but it's cooler out there than it is in here.
Yeah.
That's delicious. Now, let's try a bite of the corn.
Ralph said, "What did the lion say to the meat?" Raw.
Oh.
Ralph said, "Looks yum." Carol said, "Wow." Steve says, "Looks good." Greg says, "Watch out, those hummingbirds don't get at those desserts."
I doubt it. They'd have to fly in through the doggy door. I doubt that they're that strong enough to push it open, but I suppose you never know. Might run into like a Hercules.
He might. Eli says, "We need Arnold and Eddie on a stream."
Well, I'm trying to get them up to come. I'm trying to get them to come up here by around the 4th of July. So, never know. Maybe we can work something out.
Yeah.
It'd be nice, Arnold. It would be nice. He knows I'm just teasing. When they can come up is when they can come up. It's all good to me.
It's really good.
It is. The flavor profile is a little bit different because of the extra tomatillo. But it is really good. It almost reminds me of a tomatillo salsa in a way.
Yeah, it does. Arnold says he's trying to get me up there. I'm worried about the butt kicking he's going to give us.
No butt kicking. The only thing I'm going to give you is maybe a plate full of food. Okay, not a maybe. I will give you a plate full of food. You're not going to get your butt kicked. You're not going to get yelled at. As a matter of fact, I'll even keep Chumley from biting you. He's not going to bite you.
He wouldn't bite you.
He wouldn't bite anybody.
Steve says, "I feel like I have a better chance of seeing you than Arnold."
You might.
Eli says, "OG boot camp."
Ms. Guy, I'd be happy to take one of those sodas now. Yeah, it's got a little bit of heat to it. Anybody that really likes peppers probably wouldn't get any heat, but it's just right.
This one or a blue one, that's the only things I could reach right now.
It's all right.
mom said that he might just give you a dirty look.
That's right. That's about to be as worse as it's going to get. And that's if he messes up cooking anything. And he's not going to be cooking anything because he's coming up and he'd be my guest. So I would be cooking.
Darnell says, can't wait.
Yeah, I'm not going to make my guest cook.
No.
I think it was funny. The review that I did on the Gordon Ramsay fish and chips. The way he puts people down. Now, okay, frozen food, I get it. But he's always talking about season your food. Season your food. There's no salt in it. Blah, blah, blah. Neither the fish or the French fries had any kind of seasoning whatever. The dough or batter around the chicken around the fish was just plain. There was no flavor to it at all, other than the flavor of the fish, and nothing with it. No tartar sauce, no little packet of vinegar. Just unseasoned fish and potatoes. $6.
Eli wants to know what kind of soda you have.
Squirt.
And Greg says, oh yeah, his fish and chips look horrible in that.
Yeah, it wasn't good. They didn't get much of a rating from me just because there's no flavor to them. Oh, well, that's easy come, easy go, I guess. I should plod along here. Yeah, this is really good. Corn turned out pretty well.
They did everything did. Even your last minute tortillas.
From now on, to be referred to as the LMT. Delicious. Just warm enough to make the top of my forehead sweat just a little bit.
Ralph says, is it meant to be bad luck if a hummingbird flies inside?
I don't have any idea.
Carol says, for the bird.
Yeah.
And Greg says, what would the spice level rating you think out of 5 chilies?
For this?
Yes.
Half. A half?
Yeah, it's not real hot.
It's not real hot.
And Eli says, Squirt is his favorite soda. A lot of ice on a 118 degree day will hit your soul.
Yeah. I guess it will.
Corn even seems to have a spice, little bit of heat to it.
The what?
Corn.
It does. Well, that's because of the poblano. Yeah, that poblano was a pretty spicy one.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really good. Arnold, thank you for the suggestion. You know, it's a couple of things that's different. At least the size of the batch that I made, and quite honestly, the time of year. I really don't make green chili this time of the year. For me, it's more of a fall and winter kind of warm up comfort food. Although I am enjoying it now. Phew.
Arnold says the beautiful thing about your chili is it doesn't need to be hot to be good.
You're right about that. The flavor, I rely on the flavor of the chilies and the peppers and everything else.
Eli wants to know, is it Danish time?
It is. Well, pretty darn close. I gotta make this sauce real quick. It's only gonna take a minute. So in the pan, I've got just like a tablespoon or so of cornstarch and a little bit of sugar and a little over a quarter cup of milk and a couple tablespoons of heavy cream. Okay. A little shot of vanilla. Throw on some heat.
I'll write it down, Eli.
Get this. Something to stir it with. What are we writing down?
Funnel cake for a dessert.
Funnel cake, huh? Okay. All right. It won't take long to bring this to a boil. It'll thicken up.
Ralph said after this I'll be collecting the last of our fajod. I don't know how to pronounce it. Feijoas. As they've just finished fruiting, got quite a few going off because we can't eat them fast enough.
I don't know what they are. Send me a picture of one to my Facebook, and I'll check it out later. Okay. It's gonna be good. Just gotta let that come to a boil. What's the matter? Did I give you too much corn? I gave me too much corn too. Come on. I shut the burner off instead of turning it up. It's all right. We're just about there. Go.
Ralph says that we'll try to make a short video for you of what they look like and how to eat them.
Cool. Maybe someday I'll actually be able to try one. All right, Mrs. Holdeth, you go grab one of those trays. Set this aside a little bit. Yummy. Yummy.
Yes. Greg says, what are fajitas or whatever called in Australia? And then he put the name and he says the food of the forest, also known as pineapple guava steam.
Okay. So we put
And
just
then he asked Ralph, do they taste like pineapple?
a little bit of this hot cream sauce. It ain't fancy on there, but it sure does look good. Here, I'll show you this one.
It does look good.
And it's hard for you to tell, but this is all kinds of nice little flaky pastry layers here. All right, this is little guy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Looks delicious.
Ah, let's give it a try.
Greg says decent. Josh says hit the like button for old guy.
Yes, hit that likey. Okay, here we go.
Ralph told Greg not pineapple flavor, but very sweet. And Arnold says double me on them Danishes. On them Danishes.
Yum. If you're going to make these at home, though, either find yourself one of those silicone baking mats or use parchment paper. Otherwise, I mean, the bottoms tend to get a little dark without them. Doesn't really taste much different, but... Oh, that peach on there is just right.
Eli said that he'd take a dozen.
Mm-hmm. Why a dozen? I can't. My batch doesn't make a dozen. It makes 9. That would mean I'd have to give you a third of another batch. I don't know if I'd want to do that. I'm just saying. Sorry, Eli. Oh, I suppose if you wanted 12.
It's really good.
Say what? The peach? Oh, the sauce?
Cream
Yeah.
Sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Greg said he'll take a baker's dozen.
Baker's dozen? Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, these things were leading to my demise. Because after I figured out how to make them, I think I made them twice a month for like 6 months. And I was a little greedy with these. I didn't share nearly as many as I ate, that's for sure.
Eli says miso Danish.
Miso Danish? Urgh. Miso Danish. Miso Danish. If you've...
That's the first thing I thought of when he said that.
If you know what I'm talking about, if you know the reference, if not, just watch Full Metal Jacket. Miso Danish. That was funny. Okay. Well, dessert was a spectacular hit. Dinner was... You got to do it, Tom. Just give yourself a big old hug. I love you, man. that were very tasty. I enjoyed that immensely. Okay. What have we got coming up next week, Mrs. Old Guy?
Food.
Food. Woohoo! Now we can pray for a kind.
Looking. Hang on. Cream eggs on toast.
Cream eggs on toast. And who's that, Tim?
It was.
All right. Well, Tim, I don't know if you're watching, but up week after next, Lisa, maybe let him know. Or next weekend for Tim.
Yep.
Next week, cream eggs. And the week after next.
Joshua says Full Metal Jacket was awesome. Show me your war face.
Yeah. Private Joker, I want that head so cleaned and so clean and sanitary that never mind. Okay, so this one, Uncle Les. Canadian bacon BLTs. So there we have it. And I think I know what I want to do with that.
Okay.
You want to keep that?
Yep.
Yep. So there we have it, folks. Week after next. Uncle Les from the Crazy Food Crew. A Canadian bacon BLT.
Yep. And you can let Les know too that he's up to next week.
Yep.
Is that okay?
Yep. Yep. We got Tim and Les, right? Next 2 weeks just happens to be the Food Crew.
Yep.
It's all right. You know, they may be part of the same crew, but they are individuals. Does that make sense? They are, Tom? Really? I never would have guessed that the two of them are actually individuals. Learn something new every day. Well, this is, by golly, I did it.
Yep.
Cooked the chili, made the Danish, made the sauce, made the veggie, almost didn't make the tortillas. I think we're doing all right.
Lisa said Wild Man would like that. Carol's son-in-law.
Thank you.
Arnold says, gotta go family, I need to put a couple of 1,000 miles on a washing machine.
Okay. Well, I don't know how you're going to walk that far on top of a washing machine, but good luck to you. 1,000 miles will take you a bit. We got like a couple minutes left. If we have any last minute suggestions or comments or questions for the old guy.
Greg says, love your work, Colorado family.
Well, thank you.
Rob said, thanks for the stream as usual.
Well, thank you. Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it very much. I've said it a bunch of times before, and I'll say it again. This is what I look forward to every week. Without you guys hanging out and coming to see old guy, watching me make food and eat it, that's, what more could I ask for? And I appreciate everybody that comes by. You regular viewers that are here most of the time. I do appreciate you. And then even for those that are, can only make it once in a while, that's okay. I just, I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all my subscribers. And I am, like I said, working on the new content. And we'll actually start filming in about 4 weeks. And we're gonna have some fun with it. And I hope that you folks will find it entertaining. So we'll find out when the time comes, right?
Couple things. Joshua said, private file. Is that a jelly donut in your trunk?
I got to tell you this. I always thought, what if that movie was a UK movie, filmed in the UK. Private Pile, why is there a light French fluffy pastry cream in your footlocker?
Lisa says, yes, I'm a big one of them. So, I'm not sure what she's talking about. But... And Arnold says, do the next stream in a foreign accent.
In a foreign accent. You have to take it a little step further because I'm not going to speak in a foreign accent very good. So you need to say, do your next live stream doing a crappy foreign language accent, and then I would be covered because I'm not real proficient at using any particular accents from any other place than here. So
And Greg says, next stream, all the chat has to be windings.
Windings, no. How can you read windings? You just can't. You just can't.
And Arnold says, that's what I meant.
That's what he meant. What was it he said?
Doing it in a foreign accent.
Okay, so do it in a crappy foreign accent. Okay, well, sure. We'll see. Maybe not next week, but sometime we'll see. Or maybe I'll just bounce around and do like 10 or 15 minutes of one crappy foreign accent, and without really realizing it, kind of slip into another crappy foreign accent. Or start using 2 or 3 at a time, where like a couple of words in each accent to form that sentence. I don't know. That might get confusing. All right, guys. I am going to call it a night. Thank you all for hanging out. Have a great week. If you have a chance, and you can do it, give back to your community somehow, some way. Even if it's going next door and helping out a neighbor, mow their lawn, clean their grain gutters, something, okay? You guys take care. We'll see you next Saturday night. Bye-bye.